Unit Test 4. Listening. Listen to a lecture about mysteries. Choose the correct answer, A, B, or C.
When we think of mysteries nowadays, the first phenomena that come to mind and that people talk about will probably involve aliens and UFOs. For instance, one popular mysterious phenomenon that people in Northern Europe discuss is crop circles. Those strange shapes that appear suddenly in fields of wheat or some similar crop, very large geometrical patterns made with incredible accuracy, and the farmer has no idea how these shapes suddenly appeared on his or her land. When you talk to people about crop circles, you see that basically there are 2 points of view. For some people, there is no mystery at all in them. They are sure that the circles must be a hoax. Someone or some group of people must have gone out secretly during the night and somehow made those shapes in the field. For other people, there is a mystery, and for them, this means that superhuman powers or forces must be responsible. Inevitably, thoughts turn to aliens arriving from other planets, and there's the suggestion that the crop circles are made by UFOs as they land or take off or hover overhead. But when we talk about mysteries, it's worth remembering what the word mystery originally referred to, because in the beginning it had nothing to do with aliens and UFOs. In fact, the English word mystery comes from an ancient Greek word. Now, when the ancient Greeks talked about the mysteries, they were talking about the highest kind of knowledge. And there are 2 important things to note about this knowledge. Firstly, it was a kind of knowledge that only a few people were able to learn. And it's interesting that the Greek word mystery is connected to a verb that means join a special group. The second point is that the mysteries made up a kind of knowledge that had to be kept secret from all those people who hadn't joined the special group. So the mystery for the Greeks was not something that couldn't be explained. Rather, it was something that had to be kept secret. Now, one problem with trying to study the mysteries is that people did keep them a secret, and not much was written down. But we do know that in Elefsina, which was a very important place for the mysteries, a place which is a short distance to the west of Athens, in Elefsina, the most important goddess was Themitra. She was the goddess of wheat and of bread making. For us, there is nothing mysterious or amazing about wheat, but in ancient times, people, it seems, were still amazed by the yearly cycle of life and death that we see in plants like wheat. And the story of the goddess Themitra gave the Greeks an explanation for why plants like wheat grow and stay alive for half the year and then die and disappear for the other half. I would also argue that in thinking about the cycle of life and death in wheat, the Greeks were also thinking about themselves. And perhaps the greatest mystery of all was the mystery of human life after death. This can't have been a simple fact. It must have been more of an experience, something people felt as they took part in the special ceremonies and rituals of this select group. An experience that must be very, very hard for us to imagine, now that we belong to a completely scientific culture. Because for us, life and death are just scientific facts. But some people still need to feel that there is something more. It's a shame, though, if they imagine that the more arrives in the form of little green men in spacecraft.